So yeah, I decided to do one of those old VHS tape discovered bad wrestling, watch along reaction things, but make it a parody in WWE 2K26. Please enjoy my sarcasm. New 90s wrestling found. Today's the start of the series where we react to Idaho Wrestling Federation, and we start off with a promo from the owner, literally named Mr. Superstar. Now we'll be specifically looking at 19 something's version. Welcome to the new era, folks. It's 1993. The second year running, starting last year in September. We are so happy to bring you more action than usual. I'll tell you what. Tonight we finally crown official champion or something. And also a tag team tournament coming up soon or something. Hold on, I'll check my notes. Yep. We are gonna have a tag team championship soon. We start off with our opening contest, our first taste of action for Idaho Wrestling Federation, with manly Jerry Man taking on John Harbour. Jerry at first, then John Harbour comes out. He's kind of just the enhancement talent that puts everyone else over, and he comes to the ring surrounded by bubbles, some type of bubble machine or something. Anyways, his entrance doesn't take too long, as he's immediately jumped by manly Jerry Man. This leads to a brawl. Also, may I also say, literally the owner of the company, who's also in commentary, I know, classic thing, literally forgot Jerry Man's name. His name. But anyways, there's a whole fire on the outside before the match actually begins. Jerry just beats him down and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then we begin very dramatic camera angles. And they immediately start fighting. I'm just going to show you. I'm not even going to tell you what it looks like. And then after that, of course, I'm going to show you the commentator, the narrator, the owner effing up and forgetting one of his own wrestlers' names. So okay, man, what was his name again? Jerry Man, that was what it was. Now, going for the slow motion punch here, hits it, and then immediately almost slaps his mustache clean off. And he gets a big right hand to the forehead. No, he carries, gives him another slow motion punch. Jerry then just straight up squashes Harbour. Tries to go for it again. John dodges. Man, John and Jerry, my favorite 90s TV show. And then it's just random fighting. Jerry gets him across the ropes, just ties him up into the ropes and just starts beating him up. This is the type of bad wrestling that we like. Bad wrestling that's also good in the comedic sense. You know, yeah. So Jerry tries to squash him again. It obviously doesn't work. Kick attempt into a roll. Then Jerry just slaps John in the chest. Finally hits the squash move again. Tries to pin him. John Harbour, being a young star, immediately kicks out one. But then Jerry just grabs him by the head, starts just completely destroys his brain, probably gives him at least 100 layers of CTE, and then just walks around the ring, holding his arms up like a bored person who just broke somebody's brain, probably. Then we get into our next matchup. We don't even get entrances, but it's a wreck versus Mr. Medical. They start off, there's a stare down, the man's camera almost goes flat at the start. You know, have the stare down, and then immediately starts lock up, usual 90s wrestling, early wrestling stuff, usual wrestling stuff, etc., etc. Mr. Medical tries to do something, clearly doesn't work because then Rec just tries to choke him and give him a massage using his elbow at the same time, while also trying to realign his shoulders. And it's just crazy, you know. Then Mr. Miracle, after a time, Mr. Miracle finally remembers how to escape a chokehold, applies self-defense 101, class 101 basics, grabs him by the arm, just immediately to get elbowed straight in the nose. Shoulder tackle spot, and then they just start throwing each other. I kid you not. One grabs the other, throws him into the corner. One counters, does the same exact thing, and it just keeps on going on and on. I don't know what else to say. Mr. Miracle finally tries to break the cycle, so Rec just tries to destroy his nose. So Mr. Miracle tries to realign his shin, and then he just tosses Rec over the top rope and starts freaking out like a madman or something. So Rec kindly leads him to the outside via a hip toss right outside the ring onto the concrete, and then starts beating his chest like a gorilla. Rec tries to go for something. Mr. Miracle dodges out of the way, then gives him a punch to the back, tries to do something, gets countered, but then they just keep countering. Mr. Miracle eventually gives the world's most deadliest neck massage to Rec. Gets the 1, 2, and the 3, and then proceeds to celebrate by walking around the ring, doing finger guns, and looking like he's just gone drunk. So yeah, that was a pretty bad matchup, but pretty solid in the comedy parts for the channel, which is all that really matters. Then we get onto the World Championship matchup, the crowning of the first World Champion, and the finals of the Championship Tournament. Now, we don't have any records of the actual Championship Tournament itself, except for the finals, but out first, super guy Jack Crab makes his way to the ring, general happy babyface, happy-go-lucky character, as he goes one-on-one with the supposed golden boy of the company. Hold on, wait for it. Robbie the Rocket Ramirez. And something tells me this is going to be a classic. Or at least a very decent matchup other than the other two, which was just wild. Match starts, man's camera almost starts again. Take down, lock up, headlock. Switch into the old attempted reverse forced hug. Countered into a waist lock takedown. Ramirez gets control immediately, and then decides to try to mess up Jack Crab's hair. Then throws him out of the ring, and then just starts standing around before exiting the ring. tries for a kick, gets kicked, and the suplex attempt, and Jack Crab just falls over for some reason. It's already going worse, but they continue fighting on the outside, throwing each other around. I thought this would be good. It's not. Surprise. Then the camera just cuts to them being in the ring, and Jack Crab just keeps on doing this same elbow to the head move. And Ramirez clearly doesn't want to take it. So, and then a double axe handle to the head. Crab is still in control. Knee to the head. He's just going rough at this point. Then he starts pretending to be Sid Vicious. He is not that guy. And then he decides to turn Ramirez's back into nothing or something. I don't know. Arm takedown. Ignore the background noise. Another random camera pan to later on into the matchup. Slap to the chest. Only gets to one count. Jack Crab's clearly the younger, less experienced of two. Ramirez looks like he's got a couple of years in the business. Not much to say. Ramirez tries to go for his finisher, gets counted, gets his back broken like he's Batman versus Bane. And Jack Crab decides that's enough, not enough back torture, so he runs him straight into the ropes, throws him off the ropes again for unnecessary thing, just to get clotheslined back down. Ramirez then does the mandatory Hulk Hogan leg drops, but Jack Crab refuses to take the move, gets back up. Immediately afterwards, starts throwing, rolling elbows and stuff. You know, the usual stuff. Then Jack Crab, so Crab picks him up. He's all of a sudden bleeding now. Tries to roll him up. Ramirez proceeds to kick out one, not give a damn. And the rocket then gets snot rocketed by Jack Crab. He straight up just emptied the contents of his nose onto him. Jack Crab did not. Robbie Ramirez did not like that, so he just goes up, hits him with a double axe handle, starts to pick him up, goes for another big move, I assume. Yeah, goes for a big running kick. And then slam onto the ropes. Then the camera cuts again, and all of a sudden they're fighting, they're just slapping each other like a bunch of meat or something. I don't know. I have no idea where this has went at this point. So they continue and continue and continue until Crab hits a drop kick, picks him up, slams him down onto the ground, does not for some reason go for the pinfall even though he hit his finisher move, tries to go for another move, counter, leg kicks, Ramirez picks him up, hits him with a suplex, pins him 1, 2, and the 3, and the golden boy of the company of course wins the championship. Just completely rips it out of the ref's hands, walks over, celebrates just like a born generic champion celebration. And this wasn't totally just a video game simulation video for some type of parody, right? Fourth wall break. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next parody video of this. Well, I'll try to keep it professional like I did in this one.